Good morning, everybody, and happy Tea Tuesday. So Tea Tuesday is an open collaboration, and I will put all of the information to that open collaboration right after I stop speaking here. But anyway, my husband is wanting breakfast, and this is what I'm giving him. I just opened this. I've been saving it back. It is Bonama, Mama, I don't know. Good Mother? Nah. Anyway, cranberry cherry preserves. Limited edition. Got it at Fred Meyer Kroger. He's having coffee with his coffee mate, and there's that toast. He doesn't typically ever have toast, and certainly not with jelly on it. Not that I make him anyway. But he saw that I had some and said, "Oh, what are you having?" So anyway, here comes that information on the Open Collab, and welcome to my channel if you're new. Welcome to my channel if you're not new. It's just going to be a few things that I'm going to do today. I've got another French press brew here going so I can have a second cup of cuppa. Going to be a big day. Okay, here's Tea Tuesday's dinner. I'm doing this chili pie thing. I don't know, it may just end up in a Dutch oven. But anyway, this is how I do it different all the time. This time I'm using a big one of pintos, a small can of petite diced tomatoes, as much beef broth as I need to keep it from being too thick, some chili beans, and these are red beans, not the pinto like the other, so there's going to be a mix of beans, and this has got chili sauce in it. A big can of crushed tomatoes with, some juice. What's that say there? Okay, filled the can in 5 hours. Awesome sauce. Then I've got a bunch of these. So these are going to go in the actual chili, sliced, diced real small. I'll seed them first, take the membranes out, and then I'm going to put this in the chili, and this is going to be on the side, they can add, along with Fritos, sour cream, and Mexican with cheddar and Monterey Jack. There we have it, and I have more cheese if I need it. So, and there's ground beef over in the other side of the kitchen. I forgot to put that out, but I'm going to fry it up. It'll be the first thing, and then I'll put the onions and the peppers in with the ground beef after it's fried up, and then I'll add the other things in the cans. Alrighty, I'll show you as I go along what's for dinner. Okay, they're just that big, so really small. Nobody will get a big bite of pepper, but it'll flavor the chili. And I'm only going to use half of what I've got here. This is going to get done last. And it'll be, the other half will be for them to put on top if they want to. So this onion was in a plastic baggie in the crisper. It's from what I made, a few days ago or whatever. So this is going to go, all of it, into the chili with half of the peppers. And then I'll take this onion next and chop the whole thing up for putting in a bowl to put on top of the chili. I like fresh onions on top. It gives it a crunch and a little flavor, So that's the news on that. The one onion that was already open and in a bag in the fridge is all chopped, and that's going to go, like I said, right into after I cook the ground beef, it'll go in there. This one is fresh, and I just opened it, and it's trying to kill me. It's fighting back. Ooh, that is some spicy onion. Here's the ground beef that I'm going to use. It's 93.7, and I think they're about $7 a piece for the chubs. And I got this at Walmart, I bet, but I can't prove it. Most likely it came from Walmart, and if not, it came from Safeway. Which reminds me, tomorrow's the last day at Safeway. I just got a brand new flyer, and nothing in this is exciting me so far, but I'm going to go down to Safeway first thing in the morning, like before light. Well, this time of year, that's not too bad, is it? It's dark till 7 here. Anyway, I'm going to get in on the last of the $2.99 a pound butter. So I use quite a bit of this butter this time of year for the baking and that kind of thing. And I just put it in the freezer if I'm not going to use it. And I'm going to stock up. So I plan to get, let's see, 3 times. Maybe I'll get 6 pounds. Maybe I'll get 7. I should get 7 pounds because at $2.99, 3 times 7 is 21. It's not that bad for 7 pounds of butter when I had been paying at times more than $5 a pound. Okay, off to cook this up and then add half the peppers and all of the tomatoes. All right, this is all done. The meat is done, the ground beef. And I drained, or didn't really drain, I actually absorbed the fat with 2 paper towels, you know, and some tongs, because that way I don't have to tip the pan and hit the sink, and you know what I mean? It's just easier to use paper towels to me. So now I'm going to take, to flavor the ground beef, I've got chipotle chili ground cumin, a tiny bit of onion, you know, just because I'm used to using it, salt and pepper. I almost used garlic and I changed my mind on that. I don't know, it's okay. Now I'm just going to give this a stir, put in those spices and a little bit of olive oil, and then I'm going to switch out pans. If you saw this, don't worry about it. It has nothing to do with this chili. This is my husband's tomato soup lunch, which I got ready, and he's still outside. He's waiting on roofers and that might be them, to deliver the supplies for putting the roof on. I forgot the raw onions. I'm going to get those now and throw them in with some of those peppers, and then I'll switch out pans. All right, the peppers and the onions are softened and the beef is completely done. Whoops, some steam there. And olive oil is in it. So it's just going to hang out here while I cut that other onion up just to kill some time. And then I have to open all those cans of like tomatoes and beans and stuff like that. You see where I took out just a piece here and a piece here. And that's because they were beginning to look like they want to sprout, a little greenness going on both ends here. And so that is not as tasty as not, you know, having it. So it's gone now. And I'll just use this. Okay, I'm gonna put the crushed tomatoes in first. It's a big can and I want to see what it looks like when I've got that much in there. I typically use 2 kinds of tomatoes. I like crushed and, like you already saw, but I'm going to tell you again. I like crushed and I like diced. Crushed just for added bulk and diced for the actual taste, you know. And I use this one because it's fixing to expire. And in the end, like I said, if it's too thick, beef broth goes in there to thin it out. I am going to rinse these pinto beans before I put them in. I'm not a fan of the liquid in canned pinto beans. I like the liquid when I make a pot of beans from dried beans. But this is not the same to me. And so anyway, long story short, again, I'm going to rinse that first. And then the chili beans go in as is. Red beans in chili sauce. And that's everything. And if I had more than 1 can, I'd use more than 1 can. All right. Well, probably shouldn't because that pan's not that big. In go the crushed tomatoes. I forgot to say, I much prefer a can of red mild enchilada sauce in my chili for flavor than this time, because I didn't have that. I went ahead and used jalapeno chunks. And really, I don't make chili the same old great. I just rub my eye with jalapeno on it. I always do that. Anyway, ow. I'm gonna go. Okay, you can probably hear the fan because I don't want it to get steamy in here. Anyway, these are rinsed, the pinto beans. I just rinsed them under cool water in this little bitty colander. And I'm getting ready to put them in. Whoops, I dropped you almost. The crushed tomatoes are already in here. So Let's put the beans in next. Give this a stir. These are so, they're gentle, you know. They're not gentle, they're delicate. So I'm gentle. I don't want to crush my beans. All right. Now I'm going to start with petite diced tomatoes and all the liquid. There we go. Good enough. And I'm going to have to use a spoon to get the chili beans in because they're packed in with that sauce. So they'll be last after I get this mixed together. I was stirring this up and I thought, oh, it's red and green. It looks a little like Christmas. I said that the chili beans were last, and really they're not. The beef broth is. And it's not too thick, so I'm going to use probably half of it. I know a lot of people like their chili like this, but I like mine a little bit looser. And the kids are going to eat whatever I like, so. And that's just a, what is it, Great Value Walmart can, because I think they're like 68 cents or something. And I don't think you could can them for that much. Maybe you could if you had a bunch of beef bones and whatnot and you wanted a canned beef broth, but I don't. And I don't want to canned beef broth. Okay, a little bit. It might take the whole can in the end. We'll see. We're getting up toward the top of the pan, though. That'll go down fast when they start nibbling on it. Oh, it's Monday, so there's Monday Night Football, isn't there? Oh, there's a bright spot in my life. Okay, now it's soupy enough. That's how I like it. And this will thicken as it cooks more, so I'm going to leave the last quarter of this can here, like there's a quarter of it. And if I don't use it, I'll put it in a Ziploc baggie, get the air out, roll it up, stick it in the freezer, and I'll use it. This is just going to simmer here when it comes up to a simmer for until, it's 3:18 now, so say 45-ish minutes until 4. And then I'll put a lid on it and just hold it, you know, warm for the family as they arrive from different shifts and different jobs and that kind of thing. My husband right now is the only one here besides me, and the Rupert just left. So that's it. It's done. This is my dinner. There's chili underneath, cheese, Fritos, sour cream on top. I was too lazy to cut some green onions, but I could have put some peppers on there, but I didn't. So I just used the onions, the cheese, and the sour cream. Yum, yum. Hope you liked the video today. I'll see you maybe tomorrow.